Hello guys, today I will be going over a mid-range gaming PC that can handle Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, and all the other 2016 and most 2017 games at medium settings at 60 to 90 frames a second. So let's get right into it. I'm on this website, uk.pcpartpicker.com. Make sure you go to the UK version. There's also all these other versions: Australia, Belgium, Canada, Deutschland, which is Germany, España, France, India, Italia, New Zealand, and United States. So make sure you go to the UK version if you're in the UK. If you're in the United States, then you can go to all these other countries. So go in here. I've already built it. So go on View on System Build. Now, this is really cool about this website. Compatibility feature. So it says some AMD 970 chipset motherboards may need a BIOS update prior to using Vishera CPUs. Upgrading the BIOS may require a different CPU that is supported by older BIOS revisions. This means that some motherboards with the AMD 970 chipset may need a basic input-output system update before using Vishera CPUs. If you upgrade the BIOS, it may require a different central processing unit or processor that is supported by older BIOS versions. But this is not true about this motherboard, because this is actually the build that I'm running as we speak. So let's go over the processor first. For the processor, I've decided to go for the AMD FX 8350, which is a whopping 4 GHz factory clock and 8 cores processor. The data width is 64-bit. It's a 64-bit processor, M3 plus socket. The operating frequency is 4 GHz. It's got 8 cores, which is more than enough for gaming. It's got level 1 cache of 4 times 64 kilobytes and 8 times 64 and 8 times 16 kilobytes. Instruction and data. Then it's got level 2 cache of 8 megabytes and level 3 cache of 8 megabytes. This goes together to be 16 megabytes, which is as good as the i7s. Sorry guys. The TDP, or thermal design power, is 125 watts. This includes a CPU cooler, which is the AMD Wraith cooler. No hyperthreading and no integrated graphics. These reviews are astounding for a processor in this price range. 5, 4-star, 5-star, 3-star, 5-star, 5-star, and these are all completed builds. So, for thermal paste, I've decided to go for the Arctic MX4 thermal paste. The features its easy application, optimal thermal conductivity, low thermal resistance, non-electrical conductive, non-capacitive, non-corrosive, non-curring, and no bleeding. Yeah, and then here's all this sort of Hearts 4s if you want to read. Metal free as well, so this is pretty good. For the motherboard, we've decided to go for the MSI 970 gaming motherboard. As the name suggests, it's the AMD 970 chipset, and here is the CPU socket. This does not have the pins in it like the Intel sockets. The pins are actually on the processor. So it's got heat sinks, on the VRMs. DIMM slots, 4 DIMM slots, 32GB maximum. Plenty of space for graphics cards. You can crossfire or SLI. Room for networking cards, PCIs, and all that other good jazz. It's got separated sound, which is nice, and a nice MSI logo. Right. So this can support all these different memory types. It is DDR3, but don't let that put you off. Maximum 32GB. It's got support for RAID, support for Crossfire, support for SLI, 6 SATA 6 gigabits a second ports, onboard Ethernet, and onboard USB 3 headers. Right, for the memory, we've gone for Corsair Vengeance 8GB 2x4GB DDR3 1866 memory. CAS latency, is 9. Voltage 1.5 volts, which is not a lot. It's got a heat spreader, no ECC, not registered, and color black. Basically, just normal RAM. Now, SanDisk SSD Plus, 120GB, 2.5 inch solid state drive. This will hold the OS, operating system. It doesn't mention the cache. 2.5 inch form factor. This is the price per gigabyte. The gigabyte per £1 is 2.45, and the price per gigabyte is 0.41. Now, we've also gone for a mass storage drive of the Seagate Barracuda. Now, I know the Seagate Firecuda is out, but we wanted to keep this build as low as possible. So it's got 64 megs of cache, 7200 RPMs, 3.5 inch form factor. Gigabyte per £1 is 26.32. Price per gigabyte is 0.038. So let's move on to the case. The graphics card. The graphics card is a Gigabyte 960 graphics card. This is how it looks. It's here. This is how it looks. It's not got a back plate, but that's alright. 960, 4GB, GDDR5, core clock of 1.17 GHz, and boost clock of 1.23 GHz. TDP, thermal design power, 120 watts. Got fan SLI, no crossfire support, 181mm, very important for picking the case. HDMI display, DVI-I, DVI-D, support G-Sync. Very, very good. Now, Corsair 200R. Best thing I like about this case? Guess. I'll give you a little second to look at that picture and guess what I like about the case. Put it down in the comments. What do you think I like about this case? Already, from just looking at that picture. You guessed it? Well, look at the standoffs. They're pre-installed. The standoffs are pre-installed into the case. So all you have to do, slide the motherboard in, screw it. That's it. A lot of storage can be fitted into here. Quick SSD mounts. 3¼ inch drives. Yeah. And then it's got fans at the sides. Yeah. Oh, sorry, 5¼ inch base. 5¼ inch, not 3¼ inch. Sorry about that. And for the power supply, we got the Be Quiet pure power, 10 cm, 600 watt, 80 plus silver. Take a notice that silver certified, semi-modular. Semi-modular, I'll show you what that means. You probably know what it means if you're watching this video, but some people not. Right, basically, see this? This is the motherboard and CPU power. Or it's permanently stuck to the power supply. But all the other cables you can take out and put in, which is really good. And yeah, it's 80 plus silver certification, semi-modular. Four connectors for graphics cards. That's crazy. You can have quad SLI, not with this motherboard, but with other motherboards. Windows 8.1 OEM, which means original equipment manufacturer, which means if you call up Microsoft, if you have problems with the OS, you won't get any support. Because you say, I have a problem with this, they'll say, oh, OEM. You say, who's the manufacturer of this? You say, who built the system? You say, you. They say, well, if you're the manufacturer, wouldn't you know how to fix it? And then they won't help you. That's original equipment manufacturer. So when you put that into your system, you are the owner of it. This is on your hands. So they've got downfalls and advantages of OEMs. Advantages is way cheaper. And then finally, we got the TP-Link TL WN881ND PCIe X1 802.11b GN Wi-Fi adapter. This is basic. This is my system. So whatever I say about these stuff is what I think personally. So yeah. Right. That will about conclude it for this video. See, it's £690, sorry. Really, really solid build. I recommend that you build this build. You can also add a 1060, but yeah, that's only if you want to have more gaming performance, higher frame rates. So yeah, guys, that will conclude this video. If you liked it, like, and if you're new, subscribe to my channel. It will really help me out. It really, really will. And please comment. I appreciate it so much when people comment, because I can take ideas from comments. I can see how you guys like the videos and everything like that. So yeah, until next time, guys. See you.